second and listen to the Commonwealth's Jimmy Reid Foundation, Robin McAlpine.
I used to play rugby, and my coach, one of your coaches, was Eric Paxton, and he played rugby at the highest level. And Eric was a bit mad, he really was. This was a guy who used to come home after a night in the pub and do press-ups because he believed that Will won things. And he used to tell us something, and it was something that I never forgot. There was one night, and I was traipsing about bigger rugby clubs, first team training pitch, mud up to my knees, and we're all saying, what the hell is this? And Paxton turned round and he says, it's the ones that turn out in the rain that win. And you know what he meant by that? And what he meant by that was, it's about the will. It's about the people who are willing to stand in the rain because it's more important than staying dry. It's the people that stay out at night because it's more important than going to your bed. And it's the people that say, my grass in my back garden is 3 feet long, but there's no time to cut the grass and get the lawnmower out because it's every night this week knocking doors. Now that last story was told to me by a man at Hamilton Miners Welfare the other night. He says, honestly, he says, I don't know how I'm going to be able to cut that grass, but there's no time. And I was talking to some folk for Business for Scotland, and they said, we're no politicians, we never did this. We're just business folk, but we're out every night. He says, my company's gone down the tubes. He says, all my time is spent out there doing this, and that's how they're going to win it. And the people who are out every night and working, they stop for a second. Can you imagine Alistair Darling out in this? Alistair Darling would be looking to pay some Wayne to stand in it for him. Gordon Brown wouldn't even notice it was raining, he's living in that weirder world. He'd be standing there thinking it was the sun. I was thinking about making a Wicked Witch of the Joke West joke, but I better no, because the number of folk that I could take a go at it, that would be too high. But in the end, this is the thing. Do you think that Barack Obama even knows what rain is anymore? That man lives in a cosseted world of the super rich, wandering around the globe making sure American corporations are safe. If he goes near a raindrop, 10 lackeys run out with an umbrella to make sure he doesn't know what the wet is. And we're here in Strathclyde Park in the mud because this matters. It matters more than Barack Obama matters. Because our country isn't rich people, and our country isn't international superstar leaders. It's people in the rain, ordinary people who'll always be in the rain. And the question is, what are we going to do? Are we going to stand here bareheaded and accept the soaking? Or are we going to take the power back into our hands and say, no, we can shelter ourselves. We can shelter ourselves if we've got the power to build ourselves a welfare state, to build ourselves housing that's worthy of people, to build ourselves infrastructure that means that we can go out in communities and live a good life without getting sodden and drenched in the relentless wetness of despair. The wet, dripping despair of Westminster that tells you stand there and get sodden because it'll never be better. And I'll tell you something, it will get better. Because when you look in someone's eyes, who's no going to go home because it's thunder and lightning, and they'll stand there in the off chance that it hits them in the head, but they'll stand there anyway. Those are the people that win. And you know why we're winning? You know why we're taking this campaign? Because there's folk over there taking their wains to a fun fair, and they're saying, what the hell are those nutters doing over there? What are they doing? Why are they standing in the rain? Half of them have no got brollies, some of them have no got a hat on. What are they doing? And that impresses people, because when they go home tonight, they're going to say to their pals, you know what I saw today? I saw hundreds of folks standing in a field because they believe it can be a better country. What do they know that I don't know yet? What is it that they've got that I've no? Hope, faith, determination, commitment. Come and join us. Come and join all us standing in the rain, not afraid to get wet. In fact, just plain not afraid, because we are so close to this. Last weekend we published the Commonweal book, and it's supposed to be a thing which will let you know how we change it, how we turn it, and how we make things different. And I've been walking around the country talking to people and saying it's about confidence. It's about believing that we can change it. And I really genuinely believe that we can change it. And the thing that makes me think it is not the book that I carry to these meetings. It's the people that I meet at these meetings. I had Radio 4 up. Radio 4 was up and they phoned me and they said, listen, I want to come out and see what's actually happening in Scotland. Remember, not every bit of the BBC is bad. They said, I want to come up and see what's actually happening in Scotland. And they were up for 3 days. And he came with me down to a meeting in Walkerburn, 70 folk in a wee town. And he was out last night. Was it last night? Aye. He was out last night in Pollock. And it was packed and it was brilliant. Was that 2 nights ago? Dear God, I can't keep track. And he left that meeting. And he says, I've just heard there's a meeting in Govanhill. And I want to go and see what that one's like. And he shot over there. And he got to Govanhill and he says, you know there's another 2 more in Glasgow alone tonight. And I texted him the day. And I said, what do you think? And he says, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Because they don't see politics like that. They don't see those people in the south of England. They don't see ordinary people in town halls getting together to say, enough now, this is not good enough for us and we want to do something better. They've never seen the like of that. And you know something? Dear God, neither have I. I've been around for 20 years in politics in Scotland and I've never ever felt the buzz and the excitement and the commitment and the passion of this place. See what I mean? And there's only one thing that I want to say. I've been at a couple of meetings now with Better Together people. Obviously not Better Together meetings. They don't go out in the rain. But I've been at a couple of meetings when they were invited and they came along. And I've heard them saying this. Oh, if you don't know the right answer, just vote no to be on the safe side. And I've got a thing to say. If you don't know, vote yes and get out the way and let those of us who do know and who can build this country, give us a chance. Let us do this. You might be fear of the rain. We are no fear of the rain. We will stand here and we will keep going until we build the country that we know we can build. And nothing, but nothing, rain, shine and a Barack Obama, nothing is going to stop us. Scotland, we're nearly there. 3 months and we've got it. And then we will have a country soaked in rain forever, because that'll no change. Soaked in rain forever, and you know what? We won't even notice it and we won't even care, because it'll be our country and we will put a shelter over that country, which means that all of our people will be dry and warm and happy, and we can do it, and we can do it because of you standing in the rain. Thanks folks, you make me feel good every time I see you.
Band in Strathclyde.